Isla Verdana, the secret island that vanished. Imagine an island that once supplied fleets during World War II. A secret outpost with fuel depots, hidden tunnels, and a landing strip carved into rock. Then, without warning, it vanished. Not just from the ocean, but from history itself. Welcome to the mystery of Isla Verdana. This is Frontiers Unknown. Today, we uncover how a forgotten island rose to military importance, and then was erased from every map. The strategic berth. In the early 1900s, explorers charted a rocky speck in the Pacific. To most, it was unremarkable. Just jagged stone, windswept sand, and little vegetation. But to naval strategists, its location was priceless. When World War II erupted, supply lines across the Pacific became the difference between victory and defeat. Fuel, ammunition, and food had to cross thousands of miles of treacherous ocean. Verdana was chosen as a hidden station, a place where ships could refuel, submarines could shelter, and aircraft could patrol unseen. It was remote enough to remain secret, but close enough to matter. A silent sentry in the Pacific. Life on the island, soldiers stationed there described harsh, unforgiving conditions. Salt-crusted winds corroded metal within weeks. Barracks were built quickly from wood and corrugated steel. Tunnels carved deep into volcanic rock stored ammunition and barrels of fuel. By night, the island hummed with radar and radio equipment. By day, patrol planes circled overhead, scanning for enemy fleets. Official reports praised Verdana as a watchtower of the Pacific, yet behind the reports lay exhaustion. Mechanics waged a losing battle against rust. Cooks in the mess hall tried to disguise canned rations with creativity. Young privates, barely out of training, endured tropical storms that shook their tin-roofed barracks. Let us home paint a haunting picture. The winds howl so loudly at night, it feels like the sea itself wants us gone, one soldier wrote. And yet, somehow, we are told this post will decide the outcome of battles far from here. Another ended with a chilling line: if this post disappears, so will we. And in a way, that prediction came true. Why it mattered? Verdana wasn't just a dot on a map. It was a lifeline. A mid-ocean outpost that gave Allied forces a crucial refueling point halfway across dangerous waters. Convoys bound for battle zones often passed within range, guarded by Verdana's guns and aircraft. Its secrecy was everything. Too important to broadcast, too vulnerable to expose. But in protecting its secret, Verdana was also written into the shadows of history. Secrets in the journals. Long after Verdana vanished, whispers lived on in journals and diaries. One naval engineer in 1942 cryptically called it Station V. He described endless nights refueling bombers under blackout conditions. Aircraft arrived without insignia, their missions never recorded in open logs. Other accounts speak of strange shipments arriving by destroyer, heavy crates sealed with wax and escorted by armed guards. No questions were allowed. Some guessed radar prototypes. Others whispered of chemical tests, or weapons too secret to acknowledge. The last transmission, in late 1943, Verdana went silent. Some researchers claim its final moments were captured in a scrambled naval transmission. The fragments spoke of extreme structural failure and evacuation at once. The signal cut off mid-sentence. No follow-up was ever logged. Earthquake. Tidal wave. Sabotage. Or something deliberately ordered from above. No one knows. All that's certain is this: after that moment, Isla Verdana was gone. Shadows on the map. Perhaps the strangest proof lies in maps. Charts from 1942 mark a small island clearly labeled Verdana. By 1944, the same publishers released editions with no trace of it. Some surviving copies show faint erasure marks, as though the island had been scratched off the printing plates. Historians call this a cartographic ghost, something charted, then erased so completely that even memory fades. For Verdana, that ghosting was nearly absolute. Fishermen's tales, yet local fishermen kept the memory alive. They spoke of nets snagging on rusted barbed wire, concrete fragments jutting from reefs, buttons and buckles coated in barnacles. One story tells of a man surfacing with a corroded metal sign marked V43. Was this Installation 43, Verdana's rumored codename? Or a coincidence lost to the waves? The officials denied it all. But the ocean never forgets. Why the silence? The most haunting part of Verdana's mystery isn't its disappearance, but the deliberate silence that followed. If it sank naturally, why erase its name? If it was abandoned, why destroy every record? Was it bombed to prevent enemy capture? Or did secret experiments, radar, chemicals, or something stranger, force its erasure? Governments said nothing. Veterans whispered but never testified. And history quietly folded the island into oblivion. An island erased from maps. Soldiers who predicted their own disappearance. Fishermen who remember fragments where no land should be. The deeper we dig, the clearer it becomes. Isla Verdana's disappearance was not an accident of nature, but an act of design. In Part 2, we'll uncover the physical evidence that remains, sonar scans, aerial photographs, and declassified orders that may prove Verdana's existence, and reveal why someone wanted it buried forever. This is Frontiers Unknown. Subscribe now, and join us as we expose the mysteries they tried to erase.